as well, really, about the fact that you're the reason I met Ali. And I don't think it right for me to not mention you in my wedding day speech. I think if you hadn't brought Ali out on my 20th birthday, I probably wouldn't have the luck to have met her. And well, obviously 8 years later, I can't imagine my life without her. So I'm not sure the word thank you does it justice, but thank you for being bringing me out that day. That sort of brings you neatly onto the bridesmaids. Mel, Amy, and Jenny again. You guys, unsurprisingly, look stunning today. I was feeling a bit emotional, so I saw you walk down the aisle and that was sitting at the edge. And I saw Ali, that's must. But yeah, you guys really, I know that you've done a fantastic job in helping her get ready for today and for keeping her calm, well, relatively calm. I think if it wasn't for you, I'd be working at 1 AM every morning for the last week rather than 3. So we're talking about the weather and the flowers and so for that extra 2 hours sleep, huge. Mum, Julie, Dad, Neil, you've always been fantastic to Ali ever since I've introduced you to her. It's made everything easier when I was at Annie's family as well. So thanks to you guys. Everyone getting well, so thanks to everybody. For that, your constant support of me, even when I make decisions such as giving up a solid, well-paid job to start my own company in the middle of a recession. You still stood by me, and that, and you're a massive help to that. You saying thanks. And as I said, I'm not great public speaking, actually, but Mel, I did how important, how great it was to have you work with me an awesome little sister. And it was fantastic. I know you didn't think it was, but it was really good. Like you said, everything about it. I think talking of special mention, I couldn't go any further in my speech without mentioning Mum. Your help, for effort that's gone into making today perfect for us. It's just, it's probably not thinking of the flowers. It is, the wedding is so you can sleep tonight. You can sleep over the weekend. But it looks amazing. Me and Ali are probably chat about the idea. Good. But I think just seeing the finished product today was just wonderful. I'm talking of flowers, I can't not help over the last couple of days. Helen, I know you were there Wednesday and yesterday, helping set them out, laying them out. Julie, I know you were there Wednesday as well, helping set that out. And Sally, who's not here unfortunately as well. So thanks for your help, and also thanks for keeping up with Mum when she's in her final thongs getting ready for an event. It's not hard, it can't be easy. So thanks for that. I think one final special mention before I move on is to my granny Groom. I can see right over there. I think you might have all seen the wedding cake just behind in the middle of the room. It's all, if you haven't, it's handmade every inch by Granny. And it looks amazing. I'm sure it tastes amazing as well. I know you've had a tough few weeks, so if you find sort of the energy and time to finish it, and we will enjoy it, definitely. So, I think onto my reprobate friends, otherwise known as ushers, Mark, Ed, Reese, right back for a reason. I think it's safe to say, in fact there's one for the cameras right now. I think it's safe to say you've had the easiest job at the wedding. You've had your suits provided, and you haven't appeared to have any jobs. Really. But you have done them very well. Joking aside, it's the help day, the lead-up's been great, and it's been brilliant, it's been amazing the last few years, or many years in my case. I think it's 20 years now now?
Yeah, it's been a long time, mate.
Long time anyway. So yeah, thanks for helping. To be honest, I could have had more than 3 ushers today. I've got a lot of good mates here, but I couldn't really afford to sue Bill, so there was a reason for it. That was it. And as long as any of you would be the best friend for the guy, it's all right. Who, we've been through a lot of us. You've always been there for me. Yeah, I understand this format, your speech, which is probably quite stupid, but before, I might take it back on it, but you've always been there for me. I know if I need anything, that you'll always try your best to help. And, plus, you organised a great stag for me. Basically the only bad thing was you made me a slightly podgy Power Ranger in my morph suit, but other than that, I didn't get any shaved heads or scars or tattoos, so it was good. It was good. So basically, you're a bit of a legend. I can't really put my name on that, so I'm not going to try. So before I pass on to John to say silly nice things about me, I think there is one other person in the room that I need to mention. Ali? My new wife. I've always said that you look beautiful to me every day. Whether you're going out, or you've got something with crazy dead hair. You always look beautiful. You are special, son. But seeing you today, I think it puts a whole new meaning to that. I mean, you basically got to take it, and I was just happy to have a slightly longer walk with you down the aisle, so I could grab my drinks and stop myself crying like a baby before you went to the front. I haven't actually, I apologise now for this part of the speech, it's even more happy than the last part, but I haven't actually because sorry, don't worry. I think just thinking back to when we first met, talking of mortality, but I was trying to work out the other day exactly why you agreed to on a date with me 4 days later, because I spent most of the night, not for the first or last time in my life, well drunk, and trying to break chat lines such as trying to convince you that I was a personal trainer. I think we can all safely say, look at me, that isn't the case. And despite that, we went on a date, 3-4 days later, to see what was probably one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life, called The Village. But on that date, I knew that I had to be a boyfriend, because even though the film was just awful, we had the best, I've never had the best time almost ever with anyone. We just clearly had the same stuff in common. And I knew then I couldn't not, at least, try and be with me. Thankfully you agreed. We cut ups and downs early on, but we got there, as they say, the rest is history. That's what you do there, FMD. Still a line from when we got engaged. You make me happier than I ever thought possible. And you know better than anyone at all. So, and the fact that you want to spend the rest of your life with me and join my great but slightly crazy family, makes me realise how lucky I am as well. I've spent the last 7 months trying to come up with a way of telling you how much I love you, how much you mean to me. But I haven't been able to come up with the words. As you might have worked out, I'm not that eloquent, so I can't be not a strong point. But I think the only way to say it is that I love you very, 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 very much. And getting to have today with you is just the perfect day. So I'd like you all to again stand with me and make a toast to my wonderful gorgeous Ali.
Ali.
No pressure.